Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this time, I'd yield 3 minutes to the Water Resources and Environment Subcommittee Chair and the bill's sponsor, the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Collins.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your leadership in our committee and with this piece of legislation, as well as all my colleagues that had input into this piece of legislation. It is a great piece of common sense legislation. You know, I tell folks all the time, I got more years behind me than in front of me. And one of the reasons that I came to Washington, D.C. was to make sure that my kids and the next generation have the same opportunities that I did when I was growing up. This piece of legislation addresses that. It's one of many pieces, but it addresses that. And the fact that all we're doing is asking for the federal government to become more efficient, more productive. And when you do that, you make life more affordable for everyone. You see, Mr. Speaker, it just doesn't make common sense that it takes over 10 years to build a road out. When you spend over 7 years fighting for permits and fighting frivolous lawsuits with environmentalists on just a 2.5, 3-year build-out plan. It doesn't make common sense when an electric generating power company wants to build a natural gas facility, but they'll miss the economic growth because it takes over 10 years to get a permit to lay the pipeline. And it doesn't make common sense when our rural communities out there are struggling. Their water treatment facilities are worn out, they're old, but they can't participate in the economic growth that's coming because it'll take them over a decade to get a permit. And that's not just to mention the fact that this bill addresses clarity for our farmers out there or home building to make it more affordable. Now, Mr. Speaker, I know this is not a big, sexy headline topic, but this is an important piece of legislation that will help improve efficiency, productivity with our federal government, and make sure that life is more affordable so that these young people can get out there and chase their version of the American dream. I urge all my colleagues to support this piece of legislation. Let's get H.R. 3898 passed out of the House and sent over to the Senate. With that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.